Tarot. I trust and hope you are doing well, loving yourself and those who are around you. I received a spiritual download and I was led to share this important message with you. And the message is to be mindful of making sure that you are grounding yourself. Now, there are many ways that you can ground yourself when it comes to the topic of grounding alone. There are many ways that you can do this, but Source wants us to be willing and be aware to make sure that we are grounding ourselves. To make sure that we are doing what is necessary so that we are able to stay spiritually in tune and tapped in and basically able to stay on your square and within your frame. Having the ability to not be so upset or full of anxiety whenever different situations may occur in your life. Spirit wants you to know to be mindful that as you move forward on your path, doesn't matter who you are, where you live, what you consider your status in life to be here on planet Earth, that life will always be lifing, as I always share with you. The world will always be whirling. But in between time, you have to make sure that you are grounded, that you are working on self-awareness, that you are doing the work of thyself, knowing what energy is yours and what energy is not yours, so that you will not have a distorted view of what's really going on in your life. You do not want to, we always talk about energy. I'm pretty sure you hear a lot of other people speak about energy. We know that it's never destroyed. It's simply just transferred from one thing to another. But Spirit wants you to be mindful to continue to work on yourself and develop within yourself. Do the research that is necessary. If there's anything that you are curious about, that you may want to know about, do the research. Be willing to do the work that is necessary. Be willing to put in the time that is necessary. And be easy with yourself in the process of learning and growing and, becoming closer to knowing thyself periodically. Because you want to know, why is it, that you have, you could be someone who maybe experienced different mood swings, from time to time. And, some people may think, oh, it's normal, it's natural. But then again, you may find out that maybe someone is directing or projecting that energy towards you. Or if it isn't someone directing it towards you, it could be a particular person, place, or thing that maybe you are allowing yourself to be consumed with, or a particular environment that you are in, or maybe there's some cleansing or cleaning need to be done, especially when it comes to anything that can accumulate dust, like the corners of our homes, from time to time collects dust. It's normal, it's natural, okay? And so Spirit wants, the message is to just be aware and continue to work on yourself. There will always be something occurring, no matter who you are, once again, that, may make you uncomfortable, that you are not in agreement with. There will always be something, on the news, on the television, to stir up your emotions, to, impact you full of anxiety or worry or stress, and there's nothing wrong with watching the television, to each his own. But Spirit wants you to be aware that if you work on yourself day by day, you will find that when different events occur in your life, you'll be more likely to land on your feet, or more likely to not become so stressed out or overwhelmed, or less likely to engage in conversations or gossips about things to be worried about. Oh, the prices are going up on this. They're not going to do this. We're not going to do that. This topic in this message is not to ignore or pretend nothing is happening. The message is, Spirit is saying there is a way that you can thrive and survive through the chaos. There is a way that you can stand in the middle of the storm, and while it catapults around you, you will come out unharmed. But this takes work, and therefore Spirit is saying it's time to apply the work, apply the pressure, I was going to say, okay? Apply the pressure to doing the work, okay, collective? And so that is the message. You do not have to be full of anxiety. when this, within the next 4 years, when this moment is over with, or whatever is happening from day to day, there'll be something else, just like the pandemic. It's just a spiritual nudge. When there is something that is out of your control taking place, in the world that you live in here on the planet Earth, you need to receive it as a spiritual nudge. There could be something that maybe you need to change, or maybe there's something you need to give attention to. And so Spirit is also saying, don't eternalize or internalize, sources saying, when you hear of different things occurring, not just on a television, but also be weary of conversations of gossip. People who constantly, want to have these conversations repetitively, collective. Every time you walk into their house, okay, the news is on 24 hours a day, and all of their conversations is about all the negative things that are happening. Everything is about doom and gloom. Their conversation is not about nothing of light, nothing of love, or nothing of upliftment. You want to be mindful and be careful. We all have free will, to each his own. You can do what you please, but trust and know there is a repercussion when you are not mindful of the energy and the company that you keep. And so Source is saying to be aware of this. You do not have to be full of anxiety. You do not need to feed the fears. Just like you walk through the zoo and they say, please don't feed the animals. Spirit is saying, please don't feed the fears. Stop feeding into the fears. Stop having these conversations. Whoa, it's me. Oh my goodness, I can't believe. Stay out of those conversations. Speak about something uplifting. Work on some goals, some dreams or plans or aspirations. Turn on a funny movie. Watch some comedy. Turn on some music. Do some dancing. Do some cleaning or dusting around your home. Clean your vehicle out. Go to that drunk, okay? Drunk. I didn't mean to say junk, but that junk drawer. We all have one. That drawer where we put everything in, and it's just constantly, do some organization, in your life, or with something or someone around you. If you have small children, go outside with them, play catch. If you're inside, engage with them, play tic-tac-toe, draw, tap into your creative side. It's time to shift your perception, shift your energy. Energy goes where the mind flows, if I said that right, or vice versa. And so it's up to you, and Source wants you to know that you are in control. Not, 100%. I'm not saying that there isn't a higher power working with you, co-creating with you. What Spirit is saying, that you do have a choice. You are in control of your life, your happiness, and your well-being. If you're going to sit and focus and talk about the prices of chicken and the prices of gas every day of your life, then every time you turn around and you need gas in your car, guess what you're going to find? High prices. If you're going to complain about the food every time you go in the store, guess what you're going to find? High prices. Okay? So instead, Spirit wants you to do something different, like wake up and just be grateful. Thank you for this day. Thank you for the food that you put on my table. So you can walk in the store and find those discounts. Or you can drive down the street and find that gas is on sale. You have to change your mind so you can change your life. It's about shifting your perception and not buying into the hoopla that you are stuck, that you are caged in, that you are boxed in, that you can't be something, you can't do something, you're not good enough. The frenemy wants you to, be in a lower state of mind, a lower state of being. They want you to feel and think, oh, something's going to happen, and be full of anxiety, because if you are mentally disheveled and spiritually disheveled, that means your energy is scattered and you're unable to focus and pay attention, to the MVP. The most valuable player is you. You are what is important. And so it's time to apply yourself, apply the pressure that is necessary so that you're able to work on yourself. And so that is the message, I was led to do this message. I received this download, and Spirit wanted me to share this because people need to hear this. And I hope that this message receive you for your highest good. You are in full control. Stop engaging. You already see it's on the news. There's always something in the media or on the news or something negative happening. We already know this. If you're seeing it on your television, there's no need for you to leave your house and go to work and have the same conversation about what you've already know. There's no reason for you to leave your house, go visit a friend's house. You say you're leaving home to have a good time, but the conversation is about what? Woe is me. The economy is this, the economy is that, and it also creates blockages within your life. You're shooting doubt. We are magnets, as I always state in all of my readings. We are magnets as humans, and we have to be mindful of the energy that we are magnetizing towards ourselves. And so when we are doing that stinking thinking, and also speaking, in a negative form, a low vibrational, the pity party conversation, complaining. That's another thing. Always complaining, never satisfied. That energy is low. It's a low frequency, and it's going to magnetize a bunch of more increasingly negative experiences and options towards you. And I'm pretty sure that is something that you want to avoid. We all want to, as I always say, at least a little bit, doesn't matter who you are. We want to experience, having a life of peace, abundance, and prosperity. We don't want to live a life of frustration or being full of anxiety or being worried all of the time. And so you are in control. You do have control. And so Spirit wants you to change your mind so that you can change your perception, and therefore you can change your life. So next time, and I'm pretty sure, someone tries to get you to engage, or you may have a total stranger, someone you don't even know. This is how energy works. Be careful and be mindful, collective. You may have a total stranger. You could say, hello, how are you today? Or beautiful day. And their response will be, ooh, how about those gas prices? Ooh, I can't believe they charge me so and so. In that kind of situation, you can let that person talk and just don't respond. The best thing you can do is let that person talk and do not respond, because we cannot control other people. We can only control ourselves. And the goal is, Spirit is saying, get busy, take action. You are in control of your own happiness and how your day goes. So be aware of this and proceed. But don't allow anyone to try to trick you into engaging in the gossiping conversations, complaining about life, any form of complaining. It's time to just be grateful, rest in gratitude. Stand in gratitude, walk in gratitude. It's funny how funny and it's quite weird. I'm not going to say weird. I'm going to say sweird with an S on it. Yes, I guess I just created a word. Okay. It's quite weird how, we could lose a loved one, someone close to us, or we watch someone else, lose a loved one, they pass away. And, people do all the crying and, oh, I'm going to miss them, but it doesn't change anything. It doesn't create a spark. When you go through these experiences, because life is about gaining and losing, and also transforming your life or yourself as you move forward. As you go through these losses of losing a loved one, like all of the celebrities or the world renowned people who are being spoken on, who are transitioning or have transitioning, ashe to those who have lost their lives, rest in power and condolences to the family. But it seems as if that as much as we engage in conversations about it, that it would trigger some kind of energy within people individually to just want to do something different. And when I say do something different, starting with just not complaining, finding a way to be grateful and just not complaining, taking what you have, who you are, doing what you can, and making it work for you. On this channel, nothing more or nothing less is happening. These are spiritual messages and downloads. May this message, you receive it for your highest good. And may any messages or tarot reads, motivational speaking, poetry, whatever you find on any of my channels, may it create a spark in you, and that you pivot in your own direction at your own time for your own highest good. We do not believe in duplicating and imitating. I don't promote that. We are all uniquely, individually, divinely created. And so it is. All is well. One.